YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we got a video by Chibi Reviews. This manga is racist and people demand it to be cancelled. Damn, I've never heard of that before. So yeah, let's just check it out and let's see what's the whole big fuss about before I give my final verdict about the manga.
Drama is circulating around this series fresh off the press, and the title of this series could not be any more ironic. The title of this series is Drama Queen. And you have a lot of people saying that this manga is racist and xenophobic. Just one look at the comments on this post alone from its official link, you see people saying that this is a racist manga. You go to the comments section on the site of the chapter, and you see people basically saying that this is an anti-immigration manga, very racist manga, all that type of stuff. So it's very clear that this manga, this new manga called Drama Queen, is getting quite controversial. It just came out this morning, first chapter. I was completely unaware it was coming out, and I've been hearing for the last 5 or 6 hours now that this is apparently racist. And obviously this is Twitter I was hearing it from, and as someone that has had multiple run-ins with Twitter, typically Twitter usually doesn't know how to separate fiction from reality. I have been in the crosshairs because of people like that cannot separate fiction from reality, and they become very
I remember they got him for Dun.
And so I was curious. I was like, okay, I see comments.
Why
that
is
this
that?
Is a very racist, xenophobic manga on Twitter. Go to the comment section of the site, I see the exact same thing. I go to Reddit, I see the exact same thing. Now, I don't know if there is a content creator that's already made a video on this said series yet. Maybe I'm the first one. But regardless, I wanted to check it out for myself. So I dived into the first chapter because I wanted to know for myself if it was racist. I wanted to come to my own conclusion. I wanted to see why people were saying that and why people are saying that this series needs to be canceled.
Yeah, why is that?
So, first of all, let's just show this sequence before I go into any more of that
Show us.
So, our main female and male character, you know, they interact at the end of the chapter. I'm going to fast forward through a few plot.
What the heck is this thing that this guy is carrying? It looks so weird.
But basically, our main female character, she gets fired because her boss gets burnt, okay? Burns up in front of her, and it's like she gets stun locked. She doesn't really know what to do, but her boss dies in front of her. Now, her boss is an alien. And
alien. It makes sense. That thing on his back when we look at it now.
I guess the world is where aliens have come to the world on Earth because they saved Earth from a giant meteor that was going to wipe out the planet. The aliens saved Earth. They saved Japan. Everybody else basically, and they're now praised as heroes. They're praised as the saviors of the world. And so everyone actively, the main majority around the world, is actively praising the aliens, basically worshiping them. Our main female character, her, does not like this. She absolutely does not like the aliens. And from context of the chapter, there really is no reason, at least at this point. Maybe I have a literacy issue, but at the current time of this chapter, the main female character had no reason to dislike the said aliens. The only dislike that she theoretically had was, like, let's just say, conspiracy theories. That maybe the aliens, you know, put the meteor there, or the meteor never existed, and then they infiltrated and took over Earth like they did. You know, this is a topic that does pop up in this chapter. Anyways, she gets fired from her job, and then the person that was at her job that she had an encounter with, he pulls up with an alien he's carrying on his shoulder. He has
the alien
nose,
is
as
dying.
You can see here. And he starts to say that he's in trouble, and that he beat this alien literally so hard that he's dead. He's straight up dead, and he doesn't know what to do, and he wants help with the main female character to cover up the crime he just committed,
that is crazy.
Hide a dead body.
Yeah.
Wild stuff. Anyways, I want to point out that this is our main characters. Main female and male character that is doing this. Anyways, they talk in link that in the history of the aliens coming to Earth, there's never been a point to where someone has committed, let's say, murder or something against an alien. So there is no active, like, articles, news, or anything to go on how a human would be punished.
Yeah, he would be screwed. Yeah, I would do the same thing, man. You gotta hide that body, bro. God damn, imagine being in that position. Yo, that's crazy.
However, taking into granted, like, thinking about the situation of how advanced the alien society is, that they were able to stop a meteor from destroying a planet.
They would destroy
interstellar
him.
travel and all that. Very clear that if, let's say, humanity was to go up against the aliens, humanity would lose.
Yeah.
I think that's a no-brainer. So obviously, humans would probably be quick to prosecute and kill said person that was to do something like this. And so murder is murder, you get the point. Anyways, upon that, that's what led into the situation of covering it up. And the main male character says he just doesn't see this alien as a person. Wild. Actually, just wild page. Wild page. I'm legitimately curious on what the translators for this chapter were thinking when they had to translate this from
I don't know,
Japanese to English. I wonder what was going through their head when they had to do this specific page. I would love to see an interview with them. Anyways, this is what the main male character says. They don't see the aliens as people. Wild stuff. Anyways, as it continues on, the main female character starts to think of what they could do to how to hide it and all that, and like, why are you roping me up in this? But then she starts to realize, like, wait a minute, boiling, cooking, and all that. I did like the smell of my boss. Talked about that literally a few minutes ago.
That's crazy.
She's like, you know what? Let's eat this bad boy. She wants to eat him. And I'm just like, whoa, we are going.
Yo, that is awesome. That is so funny. Yo. But wait, okay, cool, wait. Okay, I want to hear the end of this before I give my whole comment.
Far off the cliff right now. You're telling me we have went not just into potentially full-blown hate crimes, but also into murdering, trying to hide and desecrate a body and eat said body. And then they plan.
Again, it's like an alien of a fictional story. I mean, you know, like, it's fiction. I mean, yo, that's crazy.
Continuously doing this, and the story quickly sets us up with the ending, final pages.
Yo, they eat it.
That they are going to continue doing this. That they're going to become murderers, serial murderers, getting rid of aliens within the city.
Yo,
wild, actually freaking wild stuff.
Yo, for me, like, Twitter is honestly, it's one of those apps where one thing about drama or controversy, it's an app where people are literally monetized to hate. You know, people get money for just hating. So for me, I don't really take any drama or controversy from Twitter that seriously. Because, man, sometimes, you know, some of the things that they be hating on or talking about, excuse me, it'd be ridiculous. It'd be so ridiculous. Like, sometimes I just don't get it, you know. But that's Twitter.
So, now that the summary is kind of tackled, let's dive into the complaints, the controversy, and everything else. First off,
the complaints?
I can see why people might be calling this series racist. Or
how is it racist? How, what, like, in what context? When it's a fictional story of them eating aliens, what is it, black people? I didn't know, dude. Like, in no way or sense did they make this seem like that this was a black alien, a white alien, or, like, you know, judging from the few chapters, you know. Okay, let me restart that. Hey, in no place or form did they make this alien have a racial demographic. They haven't put it in a racial category. It's just an alien. So I don't know why people are saying it's racist, because now eating aliens, there's no such thing as an alien in this world. So we don't have any species from our planet that has come from another planet. So, you know.
Xenophobic. I can see it to a degree.
How?
However, does that necessarily mean stories like this should not be written?
No.
I think that there is a time.
That's ridiculous. You know, that's ridiculous. I feel like nowadays everybody is just too sensitive, especially with a story that is so cheap. This is such a cheap story. We've seen so many stories that have been implemented about aliens a long time. A lot of stories that have been implemented by aliens, like, especially back in the days, you know. So now for them to be calling it racist and xenophobic is, honestly, it's a reach. They're reaching. They're reaching big reach. I'm kind of disappointed. For me, maybe I thought it was gonna be more wild because I've seen mangas which have been even more crazier, but this is a reach, honestly. Big reach.
Place for stories, even if they're uncomfortable stories.
This is not uncomfortable,
I hate censorship, and if this is the story that the author/artist wants to do, they should be allowed to do it.
Yeah.
Regardless if maybe 60 or 70% that read this first chapter become uncomfortable.
The problem is with censorship, I like censorship in a sense, but at the same time, censorship, it's going to limit everybody's story capabilities because they will want you to make stories that will satisfy those people. And meanwhile, sometimes you got to be creative. I don't like Twitter, man. Sometimes Twitter takes things out of control. And a story like this, man, this is so weak. I've heard some of the worst stories in my life, and they saying that this is racist and xenophobic. They don't know what racist or xenophobia is. Cause yeah, I don't know if you guys know, I'm from South Africa. So yeah, I've seen a lot of worse stuff than this. This is nothing. This is absolutely nothing. This is a cheap reach, honestly.
I don't think that this series should be canceled. I think that it is a very unique and different start to a manga. Once again, yes, the characters are not good people. Let's be honest. Yeah. You can say whatever you want. It's very clear just by the dialogue and everything, by the chapters painted. Within universe of Drama Queen, the characters are definitely committing hate crimes and they are definitely racist.
Once again, though, how? In the context of their universe. Okay. I get that, in their universe, but it's a fictional story, guys. Come on, like, I don't know why people are making this thing out of context. I don't know. If it is racist, then don't hold me. Like, it is what it is. I never wrote the story. I'm just saying that I've seen worse. I've seen much worse than this. I feel like it's a reach still.
Does not mean that this series should not exist or it should be canceled. I think it should keep going. I think it is a very unique premise, and I do think that has a very unique opportunity to tell a story that you don't normally get to see or read about. True. So I'm curious to see how the author handles this, because obviously the subject matter could theoretically be very delicate, but I do think it would be interesting to see an author try to tackle this, because a lot of people are scared nowadays to do very edgy or dark storytelling, because obviously
you would get canceled.
We know how society is. We have seen it.
Yeah, you would get canceled.
Look how people can't separate reality from fiction. In this case, that goes into that. Just because this might be a very dark, messed up story doesn't necessarily mean that the author is an evil person, a bad person. That's not what this means. Maybe they just want to tell a story like this that's really messed up. Nothing wrong with that. So all I'm going to say is that Drama Queen, if you're someone that likes dark stories, dark beginnings and stuff...
Yo, this is not dark. Come on. They're calling this dark. This is not dark. This is just a dumb concept that anybody could come up with, nothing crazy, nothing. It's cheap. They're reaching, bro. Like, they're reaching just like such a cheap reach, I gotta give them that. Like, dude, we've all seen much worse stories, a lot of worse stories. I mean, dude, yo, I've watched like seriously like disturbing horror, like, I've watched canceled shows. I've watched, dude, like, there's a lot of shows out there that are even worse than this, and this is nothing. I gotta give them that. Like, this is nothing. But yeah, guys, I don't know, man. Such a weird topic. I was expecting much more. Like, I was expecting something that was even more crazier. But then they're saying this. Come on, guys. Get over yourselves. Especially Twitter. The author must just block. He must delete Twitter and continue with his life, Let it be, man. This is cool. I would read this. It's nothing that crazy, bro. Like, they don't make the aliens like have like a racial demographic or they don't make the aliens have like a racial demographic or category. It's kind of like the aliens are like their own thing from another planet. It's like, it's an exaggeration that they're from another planet. I like that. So I don't think it's now, I don't know, bro. It's just weird that they'll be calling this racist. But yeah, guys, you guys just tell me, am I wrong? If I'm wrong, I totally will see how I'm wrong. I'm not a person that will stand by what I say, because yeah, I may be mistaken. But yeah, guys, you guys tell me what you guys think about this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, then I'm right. But yeah, you guys just tell me how you guys feel about this.